Alright guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve your first Rubik's Cube, even if you've never solved one before. Let's get into it. Start by finding the white centerpiece. This is where you're going to make the white cross, and match the colors with the correct centerpieces. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to put the yellow centerpiece on top, and you're going to look on the bottom to find any white edge pieces that are facing down, like this one. What you're going to do is you're just going to turn the bottom layer and slide it along until it lines up with its correct blue centerpiece. What you're going to do is you're just going to turn the front face until it goes to the top, so it makes one part of the cross. Another case that could happen is there's no more white pieces in the bottom. In this case, if you just turn this piece right here to the bottom, it's gonna mess this blue up. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to turn it to the bottom once. You're gonna want to move it out of the way, and then you're gonna want to bring this side back up so it correctly matches again. And then you're gonna take your white piece, bring it to the front, and turn it up to the top. Now that you have your cross solved, the next thing that you're gonna want to do is flip the cube over. And the next thing is this 4-move set that's going to be very crucial in solving the rest of the cube. So how it goes is right side up, by turning the right side up from the bottom. You turn the top layer to the left, turn the right side back down, and then you're just going to turn the top layer to the right. And do that a few times. Okay, now with the white side on the bottom, you're just going to look around, and now you're going to want to look for white corners. When you find one, like this one right here in the top layer, you're going to want to take it from wherever it is. If it's in the top layer, you're going to want to turn the top layer until it goes in the middle of the two colors that it needs to be in. Blue here, red here. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to do those 4 moves I just showed you, and you're going to turn the right. You're just going to do that until it goes in to the bottom. Now, with this one, you're going to want to turn it until it lines up with the colors right here. And you're going to do the 4 moves. Check if it's in there. Now it is. And in this case, this is not correct because this isn't green. This color right here isn't green. This one isn't red. So what you're going to want to do to get this one out and into the top layer, you're going to want to do the 4 moves once, and now it's in the top layer. You're just going to turn it until it lines up where it needs to be. Orange here, green here. And you want to do those 4 moves. Not done, not done. Now it's in. Now you're going to find your last one. And in this case, I'm just going to show you how to do it on the left side. You just line it up where it needs to go. Green here, red here. And you're going to do those 4 moves until it goes in. And now you have your white face solved. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to be doing is solving the middle layer with edge pieces that aren't yellow, like this one. In this case, what you're going to want to do with the piece that doesn't have yellow in it, you're just going to want to turn the top layer until you find one of the colors that the edge without yellow has on it, and you're going to look at the color on top, and then you're going to look for the color to the left or the right. In this case, it's the right. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn the top layer away from this color, which is blue here. You're going to turn it away like this. And you're going to do the 4 moves I showed you. And then you're going to want to rotate to that other color, which was blue. And then you're going to want to do those 4 moves. And then it solves that one edge. Now, right here, we got another one. Doesn't have yellow on it. So we're going to turn it until it lines up. Red is over here. So we're just going to turn it away from the red. And since you're solving it in this slot, you're going to do the 4 moves on this side. Turn it to that color. Do the 4 moves. Another case you could have is an edge piece is in the wrong slot. Like green is here, but orange and red are not the same color. So you're just the same thing as if inserting it. You don't have to turn the top layer though. You're just going to do the 4 moves. And then you're going to just rotate it. And then do the 4 moves again. And you have that edge piece out, which you would just insert it like normal. Alright guys, the next step you're going to be doing is getting the top yellow cross. So there's 3 cases you could have. You could have a line like this, you could have a dot like this, or you could have this kind of L shape. If you have this L shape, what you're going to want to do is you're going to put the L on the front and the right, and you're going to want to turn 2 layers downward like this, and then you're going to want to do those 4 moves I showed you, and then bring those 2 layers back up, and then you have your cross. The next thing you could have is a line like this. You're just going to ignore all the corners, and what you're going to want to do, it's very similar. You're just going to want to turn 1 layer this time, and then do those 4 moves, and then bring that layer back up to the top. Now the final case you could have is a dot case. What you're going to want to do is the same thing with the line. You're just going to want to take it, turn 1 layer down, do those 4 moves, bring it back up, and then you have the L kind of shape. So you want to put it on the front and the right, turn 2 layers down, do those 4 moves, bring it right back up. Then you have your cross. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to be doing is getting all these edge pieces to line up with the top cross. And how you're going to do this is you're just going to want to turn the top layer once, look around, see if there's any of them that lined up, like this green one. And this is a simple algorithm you're going to need to learn. You're just going to turn the right side up. You're going to turn the top. It's kind of like the same as the 4 moves. You're just going to turn the right side up. You're going to turn the top to the left, turn the right side back down, but you're not going to do that final move. You're just going to turn it the other way now, so it goes back here, and then you're just going to want to turn the right side up and insert that pair right back in. Now once you do that, you should now have two edges that are aligned. And you're just going to do that same thing with putting edges in the right and the back. And you're going to do that thing I just showed you. You're going to turn this. You're going to do the moves I just showed you. You're going to turn the right side up. You're going to turn it to the top to the left. Turn the right side back down. Turn it back here. So it's back here. Now you're just going to bring the right side back up and turn it back in. Now when you turn the top layer one more time, all the edges should be solved. Alright guys, there's one more algorithm you're going to have to learn. It's pretty simple. What you're going to want to do is you're going to turn the top to the left, bring the right side up, and you're just going to turn this corner back so you can still see it here. And then you're going to take the left side, bring it up, and you're going to bring that corner back here. Turn the right side down, and then you're going to bring the left corner back here, bring it right back down. Okay, what you're going to want to do, you're going to look for any corners that are in the correct slots. In this case, there are none. So you're just going to do that algorithm I just taught you, where you're going to turn the top to the left, bring the right side up, turn it so the white goes to the back, Do the same thing here on the left side. Bring it up. Bring this right side white back here. Bring it down. And do that with the left one. Now you're going to look around. And right here we have one that's in the correct slot. So you're just going to do those things I just showed you. And you're going to look again. None of the other ones in there correct. Just do it again. And now you can see that all of them are in the correct spot right here. If you could twist the corner, it would be in the correct spot. This one, it's already solved. And this one, got right here, green here. Okay, now you're on your final step to solving your first Rubik's Cube. So what you're going to do is you're going to flip it over. You're going to find a corner that's unsolved. You're going to put it on the right. What you're going to do is you're just going to do those 4 moves. And then you're going to look on the bottom when you do one. It's not in. You do those 4 moves. Not in. 4 moves. Now it's in. You're just going to turn the bottom layer to the right, and you're going to do those 4 moves. Not solved. Not solved. Not solved. Okay. Now it's in. Do it. Now you have your last one. Do those 4 moves. Not solved. Whoops. And now you have solved your first cube. Okay, one more thing. A common mistake I see when somebody solves it is when they do those 4 moves and they get there and this bottom part is solved. They see it like that. They just don't finish this last part of the 4 moves. When they go to their next edge, when they do those 4 moves again, it solves, but the rest of the cube is not solved. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.